Now there's a gap in the sky nobody really talks about. Too high for drones, too low for satellites. Today, India decided to fill it with its own technology. And well, this won't take too much technology from your end. Like, share, subscribe. Truly motivates us. Thank you so much for your support. Now, India has launched the AS-HAPS program, Airship-based high-altitude Pseudo satellite, a 15,000 crore rupees indigenous initiative to build unmanned, solar-powered, helium-filled airships capable of operating in the stratosphere for months at a time. Not weeks, by the way, months floating over one location without coming down. Now, the program is spearheaded by the Indian Air Force's Directorate of Operations, Remote, and was approved by the Defence Acquisition Council back in February. So, then, point is, why build something that just, well, hovers? Well, because there's a real gap in India's surveillance coverage. High altitude UAVs top out around 12 kilometers. Low Earth orbit satellites sit somewhere between 500 and 2,000 kilometers upward. AS-HAPS operates at 20 to 25 kilometers, right in the empty layer between the two. Now, unlike a satellite racing across the sky in orbit, this platform stays nearly stationary over one designated area, delivering uninterrupted surveillance and communications for weeks or months probably. Now, of course, for the mission list, because it's quite extensive. Persistent intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, long-range electro-optical and infrared surveillance, synthetic aperture radar-based monitoring, signals intelligence and electronic intelligence collection, secure long-range military communications, border monitoring and troop movement detection, maritime domain awareness across the Indian Ocean region, disaster response and emergency communication support. My God, that's all so critical. This is a platform designed to watch borders, my friends, track ships and keep communications alive, all from a spot in the sky, and more importantly, uninterrupted. And here's actually the part that matters most for India's defense ecosystem. These airships will carry indigenous payloads, long-range surveillance radars, high-resolution electro-optical cameras, infrared imaging systems, electronic intelligence sensors, and communication relay payloads. Now, the program falls under the Make One category of defense procurement, where the government can fund up to 70% of prototype development costs. The Ministry of Defense plans to select at least 2 development partners chosen for technical capability and financial strength, deliberately creating competition on one of India's most advanced aerospace projects. But AS-HAPS isn't flying alone. Alongside it, the ministry is also pursuing a fixed-wing HAPS program, solar-powered aircraft taking off from conventional runways for long-endurance surveillance missions. 2 different platforms, as you can see, one airship-based, one fixed-wing, both designed to occupy the same strategic altitude layer. Now, of course, for the evidence which makes this a lot more than just a paper program, in May of 2025, DRDO successfully flight tested a high-altitude airship over Madhya Pradesh, reaching approximately 17 kilometers altitude, while carrying an instrumented payload. That single trial laid the technological foundation for this entire full-scale program. India already has working proof that the physics definitely works. Now, it's scaling that proof into an actual operation fleet. DRDO tested its indigenous Pinaka guided rocket at Chandipur. Indian Railways has launched a fully indigenous hydrogen train. Now the IAF is building its own stratospheric surveillance fleet across defense, transport, and now aerospace surveillance. Well, I guess India keeps choosing the harder, slower path of building the technology itself, which is commendable. And here comes the front page take. Now, this is India filling a strategic gap that satellites and drones simply cannot cover. Persistent eyes in the sky, over the Indian Ocean, over contested borders. So basically, built at home for a fraction of what buying the technology abroad would have cost. But the question now I have for you is this: can India's private aerospace industry actually deliver a working stratospheric airship, or will this just joined the long list of ambitious defense programs still waiting on their first working prototype. Please do let us know. What are your thoughts in the comments below? This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the IIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.